Never say this publicly, but you have to know, you have to believe that they believe that if you go out and you win a World Series this year, it validates everything.
And it shuts everybody up.
It really does silence the, we can call them haters, because this team's dealt with a ton, and you're right. It's been this year, even though it was been 2017, because the fans weren't around. So that is also now just 4 wins away from another World Series title with no scandal, no mess. But first things first, let's celebrate this American League pennant. And as we've said, it's going to be against the Braves or against the Dodgers. And we got Chaz Miller right here, who appears to be right in the thick of everything downtown.
Yeah, so we just came in from outside of the stadium. That's where I'm wearing my finest Mickey Mouse backpack for this live shot. It was incredible, man, but I tell you, we've been to a couple of these now, and there was something about this one that felt a little bit like been there, done that. It was fun, it was exciting, but that slow build, it happened a little bit later. It was really after that strike him out, throw him out double play in the 7th, and then the 8th when the Astros scored all that runs. You heard the chant of MVP for Yordan Alvarez, and from there, that's when you really felt people realize that, yeah, we're going back to our 3rd World Series in 5 years. You guys have been talking about it. It is absolutely incredible that this team has done this, not just because of the sign stealing scandal, but one of the things that we've seen so much of throughout the ballpark today is dads, daughters, parents. That was my life growing up as a kid, and I never experienced this much success as an Astros fan. Yes, there were close calls. There were the 97 teams, the early 2000 teams, but the fact that these young kids have seen all these World Series appearances and all these division titles in this very short amount of time of their life is absolutely remarkable. And it's fun, but at the same time, they have gotten so good and have been so good for so long. There is a little bit of that feeling that, yeah, this is awesome, we're glad to be back, but they know they've got one more thing they have to do. Let's win 4 more games and win the World Series. Of course, last time they were in the World Series, they lost in Game 7 to the Washington Nationals. A lot changed since then, and people are happy. Once again, we've been through a lot with COVID, and people are happy to be out again, about again, enjoying the baseball team, enjoying the Astros, and experiencing yet another World Series. This doesn't happen all the time, kids, if you're watching at home. It's really incredible what the Astros have been able to do and how long they've been able to do it.
You know, Chaz, we would love to hear from some of those fans, and I know that it's a risky proposition to put a mic in front of somebody who perhaps has been having a spirited evening.
Celebrating their Stros.
But perhaps you can find someone with a child or someone who looks calm to get them to share their thoughts.
We did. We got some sound inside. Yeah, so we got some sound inside, and they're working on turning that around. But let's walk, Fran. Here we go. Here's a young family right here. So, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How's it going?
All right, so that's your daughter. She went to the game tonight. How old is she?
She's 12 years old.
Is this your daughter too down here?
I got Iris and Sophia, and my wife, Lisa.
All right, so it was a whole family affair. I think this is really cool because I was just saying baseball is such a family game. All my best memories as a kid was going to the ballpark with my parents. It's super cool that you guys are able to do this with your daughters and not only do it, but watch them go to the World Series. What are you guys feeling right now?
I think it's great. You know, we came to the World Series, and this time around, I'm planning on bringing in my family. Last time I came with my brother. We're super stoked.
The team's really good. Like I keep saying, this isn't something that happens all the time. Do you appreciate it, or are you just used to this by now?
I appreciate it.
All right, so you got either the Braves or the Dodgers that might be next. Do you guys care who you play, or are you just happy to be there?
We do care. I think we want to see the Braves, but I think at this point we'll take anybody. I think we have a good, strong team, and I feel confident.
Well, it's remarkable. You guys have a great night. It's just something about the Astros, right? You come out here, everybody's together. It feels good out here.
100%. You know, it's a family, and we all appreciate the support. And we know we're going to the World Series, guys.
That's it. What else can you say? They're going back to the World Series. Thank you, guys. And that's it. You see so many families like that. Gina, you had mentioned that there might be some rowdiness. So far, it's been a little rowdy. People are excited, but people are calm. People are having a good time out here. And you do see quite a few families like that. And it's so cool to see these kids appreciate the fact that they're witnessing such great history. Baseball is such a traditional game, such a family type of pastime. You see more kids walking out there right now. Young girls, young boys, it doesn't matter. And then you got people with giant fists on their hands too. I don't think there's a beer in there. That'll probably change in just a little bit. We got these guys here. So you say no. So you say no Yankees, right?
No Yankees.
But they played the Red Sox. So are you happy with beating them too?
I mean, it was a great game. It was a great game. They both played the best they could. I mean, Houston won, and I'm proud of them.
Have you guys seen one of these clinching games before in person?
2 years ago.
So when Altuve hit the walk-off.
Yeah, it was a great game.
And so I was saying it felt a little, it was still very exciting in there, but it felt a little more business as usual this time. I get the feeling people are excited, but they know that they got to make one more step to really make the dream happen.
They're going to take it. They're going to take the World Series, and let's go. Let's go, Houston Astros!
We're a very humble city, man. We're very humble, dude. You know, lots going on here, especially with the cheating. You know, back 4 years ago, so they want to win it this year so people can kind of quiet. I'm not saying that they didn't cheat, but after 4 years ago, they want to win it so it kind of take the taint off.
Well, we've talked about that. I think it's remarkable. It says a lot about that team that they have gone through the cheating stuff, and they've come out on the other side.
Right.
How do you shut the hitters up? You keep winning, and that's what they've done.
That's all you can do is keep winning, and winning on the field will take care of everything else. I mean, this is the same team, basically what we had 4 years ago. Just keep on winning, just be humble, and that's all we can do.
All right, and it's cool to see Dusty make it back to the World Series.
Yeah, he needs to, especially at his age. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys have fun. So there you go. What's up, man? You want to be on television, I guess, huh? Yeah. So how are you? Got your stress ball there. Were you stressed tonight, or do you feel pretty good?
I feel pretty good. Astros won they can go to a World Series, so that's super good.
All right, I keep asking this. Do you realize how special this is? This does not happen every single year for most baseball cities.
Yes, it is special.
And so, how long have you been an Astros fan? And more importantly, where did you sit tonight? And what did you think when they made that last out?
It was good.
Astros!
There you go, man.
It was good that they made it the last out. I'm very happy because they won and they can go to a World Series. But like, I wasn't in the stadium. I was in a restaurant. It's in the hotel. There was a big screen. We saw the Astros. They won. It was fun.
And I think that's cool is that this street's closed off. I know you can see down that way, you got some barricades, you've got some mounted patrol over that way. So it really is walkable. Back this way down Texas, you got people walking down the street. So it kind of is like a big block party. And you just said it. You weren't even in the ballpark, you were in the hotel, but you had to come out and check it out, right?
Yes, it was fun.
All right, well, you can put that stress ball down for a few days. Breathe easy, all right? I think the World Series starts Tuesday. And do you have a preference between LA and Boston?
Yes.
All right, who do you want?
That's hard. I don't even know.
I said LA and Boston. I meant LA or Atlanta. Who do you want?
LA.
You want LA? All right, man. What's your name?
Eric.
All right, Eric wants LA. I don't know how you guys feel back in the studio, but I think the feeling today is, who cares who we play? We're back in the World Series, and that's kind of the way things are here with Astros baseball this generation.
Chaz, great stuff out there, and I know you,
could not be cuter.
Like
So
we
cute.
did. You've got some deep Houston ties, and I know you've got some old Braves scars from those old '90s, late '90s Astros teams. Gina, I think they're heading out the hardware right here.
So this is actually tape that we have when they made the trophy presentations. And there's the rookie
That's
pitcher.
Luis Garcia right there on stage with Dusty Baker. And what a story with Dusty Baker. 72-year-old manager, hired last year when A.J. Hinch was fired at the peak of the scandal. He's now just the 9th manager in baseball history to take an American League team and a National League team to the World Series. That's Yordan Alvarez. He's the ALCS MVP. What an unbelievable story he's got to. Another one of those guys that was not here for 2017. Wasn't part of that scandal. Missed the postseason last year. 2 knee surgeries. Dusty Baker said the Astros were 1 win from the World Series without Yordan. What are we going to do this year with Yordan? Well, I think you're seeing it right there. There's confetti and a trophy, and they're going to the World Series because he's the ALCS MVP.
Going back to Dusty, I want to point out he doesn't have a contract extension. And a lot of people thought at age 72 he was a stopgap measure, so to speak. And they hired him in part because of the cheating scandal, and he was a man of credibility and well respected around the league. And what a bang-up job he has done. I mean, bang-up isn't isn't a good enough phrase to describe the success that he's had with his team. So it will be interesting to see what happens with him going forward.
Because he said he's not ready to retire.
No, why would he be?
Well, I do think, I think he might revisit that conversation if he gets 4 more wins next week.
Yeah.
I think we might have a different conversation.
Get on the high, huh?
I think he might be able to.
Well, he can probably do whichever he wants to do because he certainly has done right by this team. We have Brianna Connor standing by live for us outside of the academy in Southwest Houston, and it looks like the line is longer, Brianna, than it was last time we saw you.
Gina, people keep coming out here. Every single academy in the city of Houston is open right now for Astros fans to come and get some gear. And I want to show you what it looks like. Everybody's getting these rally towels right here for the H, of course, that you swing around. And then check out the t-shirts. I think it looks pretty good on me. I don't know what y'all think, but everybody is trying to get their hands on these things right now. Check out this line. It is getting longer, as you mentioned. The fans are rowdy. Not sure if you can hear it, but we've got a little music back there, so it's a good atmosphere. You look like an Astros fan to me, sir. So what was the point where you thought, we're going to win this game, let me hop in my car and go to Academy?
The first game I knew we were going to win. We're winners. That's what we do.
Winners win.
We've trained every day for this, and look, it paid off. Everybody gets a raise. Everybody.
Who do you think you want us to play going up to the World Series? You like LA or you like Atlanta?
I think if we play Atlanta, we're going to whoop them. So, and they're doing pretty good, so I think that's who we're going to play. So I'm going to go with that. Atlanta's going down, so.
Talk to me about this team, too. This Astros going to 3 World Series in about 5 years' time. How special is that for the city of Houston?
It's super special. Downtown's about to be crazy tonight. Everyone's been waiting for this. And you know what? I really feel like this year we're actually going to win the World Series. It's ours.
It's ours.
Yep.
I love that. So what are you looking to get your hands on once you get inside?
Anything I can. Hat, jersey, shirt, anything.
Okay, so there's lots of good stuff, as you mentioned. Thanks so much. I actually want to take y'all inside and just follow me, and I'll show you what they have offering here at the Academy. They're letting people in about 10 at a time just to get control of the crowd, make sure things don't get too out of hand. But check this out. We've got hats right here. World Series MLB 2021 with the Astros logo. Those look pretty good, gray and white. If you can look a little bit further back, there's some wintertime hats. Hold up the toboggans. Yeah, that's like a little beanie for when it gets cold outside eventually, maybe sometime here in Houston. Again, they've got the t-shirts. I'm gonna grab a couple of items that I think are neat as well, just so I can show y'all what they have in here. I mean, it's all Astros everything. I even found a koozie. You see what I mean? Check this out. So many people excited about this Houston team. So tons of stuff at the Academy. Don't forget, all 30 academies in the city of Houston are open right now. So if you're in your home thinking, should I get out there and try to get some stuff, you can come on out and see what you can get your hands on. But let me see if I can find some more Astros fans to talk to. Oh, sir, I talked to you earlier before. You were a real rowdy Astros fan. So what's it like in this moment, being able to get yourself some gear?
Man, I'm just excited, man. I'm just ready to get the World Series merch next. I got to get that one next. We're going to get it for sure.
At what point in this game tonight did you feel like we had it in the bag?
Well, I was at the Rockets game, man. Once it was like third inning, I was like, we got to go regardless. We knew they going to win. We knew they going to win.
Okay, so let me see. What did you pick up?
Oh, yeah. See, I had to get this one.
The World Series t-shirt.
We got it as a free towel, man. Whatever I get for free, I'll take it. So Academy should sponsor me right now. Oh, hold up. Oh, yeah. I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom.
All right, one more question. Who do you want for the World Series, LA or Atlanta?
Man, I want LA because we want that. We want to run it back. We're going to whoop them regardless. It don't matter who it is, as long as we win. As long as we win.
How special is this team? 3 World Series in 5 years' time.
Man, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I want to shout out Heard that's the big Astros fan.
The biggest Astros fan there is. He's at home right now. He wanted to go to the game, but those tickets, you couldn't forget it.
Up for him?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we got him a shirt too, the same one, and we got him this hat because he said all the Astros are wearing this after the game. So
go, Mr. Nellis.
Yeah.
All right, so Dad, if you're watching, you've got some gear headed to your house. So many people again out here just excited. There's music in the store, music outside inside the store. It's a party. It's a celebration throughout Houston tonight. We're live in Academy. I'm Brianna Connor. We'll send things back inside.
Okay, I love that fan. Any fan who stops in an interview about the Astros to say, I love you, Mom, it's cool by me. This is a live look now at Minute Maid Park store, which, as we mentioned, is going to be open for you to get your swag for 24 hours straight. So if you want to be among the first, you can go down there, or as Brianna mentioned, to the Academy stores all in our area.
As we've talked about, for the third time in 5 years, the Astros are World Series bound, 5 straight American League championships. The face of many of those runs. The MVP is Jose Altuve. Mr. October is Carlos Correa. And we have sound with him immediately after reaching another World Series title, another World Series.
Here you are. We talk, and we said we got to play better if we want to win. We got to show up. We can't plan vacations or anything. We want to keep playing baseball, and we showed up and we played better, man. And you see the results now.
What would you like to say to Houston and the Astros fans?
To the fans, I want to say thank you for all their support. Minute Maid was super loud today. We got the best fans in the world, man.
What do you think of Jordan?
He's unbelievable, man. He's the MVP. He was locked in. I mean, nobody could get him out. Just fun to watch, man.
What about Luis Garcia?
I mean, when I saw him throwing 97 and the cutter was nasty and the command was there, I said, they got no chance, man. He's a special young man, and he had the special stuff today.
You know, it's back-to-back nights. You get a great start from Cromberg, you get a great start from Luis. How important has that pitching been to getting you guys back from down 2-1 to winning the series?
Well, we're here because of our pitching staff, man. They've been great all year long. The starters did an unbelievable job in the bullpen. Got better throughout the year, man, and you know, we trust every guy out there. It doesn't matter the outcome in the first 3 games. We trust them, and they got the job done, man.
Wow, great to hear him so excited, as he should be. You know, the Red Sox scored 0 runs tonight. I mean, this is a team that had been on fire, and then the last 3 games, their bats really went silent.
And that says all you need to know about the pitching, because it wasn't there, it wasn't healthy, the bullpen was overtaxed, but then Framber Valdez did the perfect recipe for what this Astros team needed the other night. 8 innings pitched. You save the bullpen a little bit.
Yeah.
Luis Garcia, they got him, they said it, they got him fixed because he had the knee problem. He had pitching issues. This team is going to be in great shape to open the World Series Tuesday. They won't have Lance McCullers Jr., but as we saw, these guys who weren't around in 2017, they're hungry for their own title, and we have a guy who was around for a lot of these titles. Chaz was telling us earlier, he's a Houstonian, he's a longtime Astros fan. He had some rough years growing up as a Astros fan. We know about that, but I know you are reveling in the joy of those around you, Chaz, as they're celebrating a 3rd trip to the Fall Classic in 5 years.
Try to keep it classy.
It is fun. So these 2 guys have followed me around like puppy dogs for the last 10 minutes. They want to talk. Patience is a virtue. All right. If you were watching the game broadcast, thank you for changing the channel to us. Second, you might have seen Christian Arroyo let go of his bat. There's the Brent. It went into the stands. This is the gentleman who got the bat. All right, so what happens? He swings, bat goes under the net to you. This is not the bat that you initially caught, though, correct?
Yeah, of course it is.
That is the one.
This is the bat.
So I thought he wanted it back.
No,
okay.
no, he gave it to him. The original bat. Look at his name. It's right here.
All right.
Here's his name.
So now the question is, what are you going to do with a game-used Christian Arroyo? How many ounces is this? This is a 33-ounce bat. What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to hang it in my office, baby. What do you think? I'm not giving it away.
There you go. And so it's been a great night for everybody. Enjoy that. That's pretty sweet. Thanks, man. Thank you. All right, so you hear everybody unified together. These are the guys that have been following me around. I said, what do y'all want to talk about? You said how nice it is that after everything we've been through with COVID and shutdowns, a stadium full of cardboard cutouts last year, this feels good.
Oh, man, I can't tell you how good it feels to unify the city with a big Astros win, baby. Let's go! Yeah, man. Love to see it. Love to see the fans come out and support the Astros. Man, the city of Houston loves baseball, loves coming together. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. Yeah!
And so I'm wondering how this works. Do you go through your closet and you see a Grinch mask and you're like, yeah, that's it?
That's me, baby. Houston Astros, baby. Houston Astros all the way. Roll soon, baby. Roll.
All right, we'll keep smiling. It's almost Christmas time. What's up?
I dated a Houston Astros.
That's fantastic. I got to run, but thank you.
In 1971.
All right. Okay. All right. 1971.
Yes.
Okay.
His name was Gil Stafford, and I've been a Astro.
Well, it's got to be sweet to see them win so much after you've been a fan for so long.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, enjoy. This is for you. I'm going to keep walking back this way, Fran, if we can back out. So, I had mentioned this earlier, that they have Texas shut down here. I don't know how far down they have it shut down, but as fans file out of the stadium, it's definitely becoming more of a block party, which is kind of ironic because if you've ever been to Fenway Park, they shut down Jersey Street outside of Fenway, and it's like this every game. So you beat the Red Sox, you bring a little bit of their game day atmosphere here to Houston, but it feels a lot bigger than that right now because you do have that World Series trip. Obviously, fans are excited. You got Grinches, you've got women who used to date Astros. You name it, they're out here. And I wanted to say a couple of things, guys. Y'all were talking about Dusty Baker and just what he's meant to this team. That is the coolest guy ever. So I don't know if you know this. He wrote a book about going to the 1967 Monterey Pop Festival. That's the show where Jimi Hendrix lit his guitar on fire. So Dusty is a Renaissance man. He makes wine, he loves music. And above all, he's a baseball man, and you know he's going to have a good night tonight.
And you know, most of all, his players love him.
Yes.
Getting to know these guys through this playoff run, they cannot say anything that's not glowing about Dusty. He knows when to talk to him, most importantly, when not to talk to him. Give him their space.
And how as
exactly.
well. You know, we've just been seeing the crowd outside celebrating, but our Greg Bailey is inside Minute Maid Park. We get a chance for the first time to see you there on the field. What a night for you too, Greg.
Unbelievable inside, Gina. Let me give you a quick look around. The players have headed into the clubhouse for the champagne celebration. Their great families joining them on the field for the celebration earlier. A lot of hugs, a lot of kisses, a lot of great family moments. The Astros earning every last one of them. They absolutely ignited this great home Astros crowd tonight with a dominant performance to take the American League Championship Series. A lot of great plays. Jordan, Luis Garcia, Kyle Tucker, certainly one of the biggest. The strike him out, throw him out double play from Martin Maldonado. The emotional reactions of the night that really shut down Boston's last good chance to put runs on the board. We were able to talk to Martin Maldonado after it was over. Okay, can you take us through the strike him out, throw him out double play, which really turned this thing around?
You know, I think that's the reason why they keep me behind the play all year. That's something that's my strength, and I was able to get a good pitch to throw, and I put a good throw over there.
And what kind of boost do you think that gave you guys? The emotional reactions were phenomenal.
You know, you get caught in the moment right there. You know, that was a big play. You know, they had a man on third base, one out, first and third, and like I said, shut down the complete full inning.
What do you think about the job your pitching staff did to get you here?
Amazing. You know, we've been here without them. You know, they got Framber and Lou. You know, they got a chance to redeem themselves, and they did. They came out huge for us.
What is the best stuff that you've had seen Luis have?
He's been pretty good before. You know, that guy should have been a rookie. Rookie of the year competition. And, he pitched game 7 last year. He got that confidence to strike, and that was the key. But to strike early.
The pitching staff, absolutely the story of this series for the Astros. By my count in the chaos, they allowed 1 run in the last 26 innings. A big reason why the Astros are headed to the World Series. We'll see if we can catch up with any more players. We'll bring you those interviews as soon as we get them.
You know, Greg, I always wonder when you've won one series, but the real goal hasn't yet been met, how much celebrating you see among the athletes there. Tonight, how did they seem? Did they seem satisfied with what they've accomplished, or did they seem a little subdued, like, no, we got more?
thrilled with what they accomplished, absolutely thrilled. They know it's a heck of an accomplishment, but they are also far from satisfied. Carlos Correa talked about that afterwards. They understand. They've been there before. There's that one last step that really matters. What's at stake for this group of Astros is a spot among the great teams of this generation and perhaps any generation in recent history. 5 straight trips to the championship series. You add a second World Series title to that, and you take your place among the all-time greats. These guys want it. They know there's work left to do. I know you always look for that, Gina, and it's really important. They're thrilled with what they've done. They want more, and they know the World Series starts on Tuesday.
Great stuff out there, Greg. We know you'll be gathering more reaction and more than just a second World Series title. You take whatever that asterisk might be from 2017 and you can throw it out the window because it's the same bunch without all of the mess. So enjoy it. Somebody who I know is enjoying this atmosphere is our Nick Notario. He's been covering this postseason series for several days, and now he's with the fans at Minute Maid Park. Nick, what's going on out there?
Well, we were able to get inside the team store here, which is going to be open for the next 24 hours. But we had a gentleman walking by waving his phone, and you got to be careful when you're looking at what they're showing you. But he actually had tickets to the World Series that he bought. All right, this is the gentleman right here, Jaime. Let's see those tickets.
All right.
Those are the World Series tickets.
Well, I think so. I bought them. I overpaid probably, but hey, game 1. I was told that I'm going because I looked at them, I bought them. I paid way too much, but I guess I'm going.
It's well worth it. I mean, come on.
Hey, I'll tell you what. My daughter, I told her that I can't take her car to get a tune-up tomorrow, but it's all right. She loves it. We're here together, me and my daughter. We had a good time. I had a couple of my employees that were here with us. We had a great time. 4 tickets now. Me and my daughter are coming for sure. I don't know. I'm looking for 2 more.
What does it feel like to be going back? You went to World Series before.
Oh, yeah.
Well, how does it feel this time after the pandemic and everything else to be there?
You know what? It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing to be in this situation where I can do it again and to enjoy it with family. That's even more of a blessing. But obviously, number one blessing is that we're going again. You know, as the Astros fan, we're gonna go again, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. And guess what?
They got that rally towel. That's right. All right,
Jaime. Do it. We're gonna do it again.
You have a blast in game 1. I appreciate it.
For sure.
All right, Jaime. Thank you very much. Okay, so I want to go ahead and we'll go around the side. I want to show you what some of the gear is that you can get inside the team store. So you can see the hats right here. You can see the fans celebrating with their hats. But come on around the corner. Come on and follow us. We're going to show you around the corner. Hold on. We're coming around. We're making our way. We're coming around. Come on through. All right, so this right here, if you're coming out to the team store, this is some of the gear that you can find. You can see it's been already kind of picked over, but why not? So here, you got a nice looking, looks like a towel, World Series bound towel. And hello, you won the pennant. So here is the pennant. And you see some other fans here waiting to buy their gear. All right, what's the story? Were you at the game tonight or just came by?
No, we were at the game.
So you came together. What's the story? Why did you come together?
Because we're friends. And we wanted to come see the Astros win.
What was it like in there tonight, watching them clinch?
It was nice. Awesome.
What was the atmosphere like in that ballpark? Was it
electrifying?
What are you getting? Did you get some World Series gear?
Oh, yes, we did. And I've been looking for a Yuli Gurriel. Look, right here.
Oh, he was hot this year. All right, ladies, thank you very much. Enjoy that gear. But you can see the fans have been. You can look at the line if you're coming down here. So you're gonna have to wait a little while. but that's all right. That's okay. You have a lot of time. The team store is going to be open here at Minute Maid Park for the next 24 hours. So if you want to come get your fix, get your gear for the World Series, this is the place you want to come down. There's a ton of different merchandise out here that you can get your hands on to celebrate this American League Championship win. But, you know, nothing beats that guy buying the tickets. And he wouldn't tell me how much he paid, but you heard him. That Dodgers tune-up for his vehicle is not happening tomorrow. So, you know what, though? It's worth it. It's worth it. We're going to send it back to you guys in the studio. I'm Nick Notario at Minute Maid Park, having a lot of fun out here with all these very happy fans.
From the World Series ticket prices I've seen, he might have had to sell his daughter's car. we might not just be punting on the tune-up. He might have sold it, but again, embrace it because you don't know when your team's will be back in the World Series. I know it's happened a lot around here, but it's not supposed to be like this.
You know, I'm betting that young man who has the tickets, I bet his phone is burning up right now.
Like,
since he says he bought 2 extra, and people are thinking, you know, you always were my favorite coworker, my favorite cousin, uncle, whatever. So I'm sure he's going to be very popular in his community. And look at those people waving their flags. I was also thinking a new dance craze is coming.
And what is that?
It's the rock the baby, do the salsa.
And then the salsa.
And then.
But between, and that's just on this playoff run. You've got Luis Garcia's motion, the rock the baby and the salsa. And then how about Carlos Correa with his infamous touch in the watch? Sister Catherine, the nun who threw out the first pitch tonight, did Correa's.
It's not as good for a dance, but it's good for a gesture.
Exactly, and there's something that'll stick. And these are the things we know, like the kiss of death. We know these things about title teams, about championship teams, and the teams love it. And I think we have Jessica Willie.
Oh, I think Dusty's at the podium now.
Let's go to Astros manager Dusty Baker.
Get that last out, even if you're close. You know, we know your history. What were you thinking? What was going through your mind when that last out was made?
Well, you know, Game 6 has been my nemesis in most playoffs, and that's what I was thinking. I mean, you got to get past your nemesis. You know, like I was afraid of electricity when I was a kid. So now I'm an owner of an energy company. You know, you try to like, you know, get past things, you know, in your life. And, you know, my dad came home and I stuck a screwdriver in the wall socket, and it was all black around, and my dad asked me, like, you know, who did it? And like most kids, I'm like, I don't know. And then he says, go get my belt. And then he goes, maybe this will refresh your memory. I said, oh yeah, Dad, it's coming back to me. But, you know, that's what was going through, you know, my mind about, I mean, it's a long road. And, you know, when you start in spring training, everybody wants to get to this point. And I've been to this point quite a few times. You know, I was just grateful and thankful. You know, I said a prayer to my dad and to Hank Aaron and, you know, Al Kaline and Joe Morgan and all the, you know, Bob Watson and all my partners that are, you know, that are in, you know, in heaven. And I thought about, you know, Jimmy Wynn and, you know, everybody that, especially guys that have been in this organization. You know, some of them didn't get to, you know, to this point. And I felt that, you know, they were with us. And it was hairy for a while. It was 1-0, and then we made it 2-0, and that was a big 3-run homer. And I always tell these guys, if we can win the 7th, 8th, and 9th, if necessary, then most of the time you're going to get back in games or you know, put the game out of reach. And our bullpen did a great job. You know, young Garcia, who got roughed up the last time, you know, he did a great job. And just, you know, these guys felt that we were going to get to this point. And it's a matter of belief. You know, before it happens, you have to believe it. And, you know, these guys believe it.
Right up front, Brian.
Dusty, I saw you embracing your family as you were getting ready to walk off the field. Can you just take us through what those emotions were like?
Well, you know, I had my son and his best friend Anush and my wife, and you know, it's not very often that your kid tells you that he's proud of you. You know, most times it's us telling them that we're proud of them. And you know, my emotions were such that, you know, they wanted it, you know, for us. They wanted it for me. And but you know, we still got some work to do. And when I look on that board out there every day, they were X's. You know, I didn't know what that meant out there. I didn't know that meant for the H-town. I was trying to figure out somebody couldn't spell. And then, you know, somebody told me what that meant. So now we got, you know, 4 more, you know, to go to complete that. So, yeah, it's a, you know, it's a beautiful day. It's hard to anybody tell me there's not a, you know, there's not a God, because it put me in this position to be with these guys here.
Far back on the right, Christy.
Dusty, I know it was pretty quick since it's happened, but can you put into words what it means that you came back last year to have another chance to win a World Series, and now you're really close to that? So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here, and you know, it was at the beginning of this journey. You know, I didn't even have a job, and I interviewed with the Phillies, and you know, they went with Joe Girardi, and then my son told me in his infinite wisdom, he goes, "Dad, maybe, you know, that job wasn't yours, and this is a better job. I hate that."
That's Astros manager Dusty Baker, just the 9th manager in Major League history to go to a World Series with an American and National League team. Here's Jose Altuve on the field.
Big reason why we won the game today.
Is this any sweeter after all the things you guys have been through?
You know, we're just happy. You know, we're just happy. We feel like we deserve this, and we're together in this.
José, ¿qué tan impresionante fue el trabajo de García hoy?
No, muy
I think he's talking in Spanish now, so we're going to go back to Dusty Baker on the podium.
And, you know, when the season started in April, I looked up on, I have a schedule on my wall, and boy, from we started, we were way up here in April, and then we came down here to September, and now we're into, you know, October, and I'm asking everybody, you know, what's the date, and you know, what day is it? Because, you know, they all kind of run together when you just, you know, get up, go to the ballpark, try to win that day, then go back home, get some rest, and come back the next day and try to win. So, you know, we got maximum 7 days now, and hopefully it won't take seven games to win, hopefully.
Ken in the middle.
Dusty, congratulations.
Thank you.
You said you inherited a good team, but
yeah,
you know, a good team with a unique, really unprecedented issue over its head. And what is it like to now to see these guys, you know, work through that to get back to?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, you know, I had some things over my head too, and so we had a lot in common, you know. And you know, when you can identify with the people that you're with, no matter what age they are, you know, it's easier, you know, to get along and identify with the struggles that they're going through. And you know, I'm like I said, I feel very, you know, fortunate to, you know, to have this group of guys and to be in this position to possibly win the World Series.
And on your left, Dusty.
Dusty, with the way this series started, and you lose Lance before it starts, and then the way you lost games 2 and 3, how easy would it have been for this team to basically buckle under all that?
Yeah, well, it probably would have been easy, but this is not this team. I mean, this team doesn't do anything easy, and this team doesn't make any alibis or excuses. You know, I mean, you know, we lost Jordan last year. Nobody alibied or excuse used that as an excuse. We lost Lance. You know, we lost a number of guys throughout the year, and these guys just keep on trucking. You know what I mean?
Let's go to Astros slugging third baseman Alex Bregman on the field.
Playing in front of these fans here was awesome.
What'd you think of what Jordan did?
I mean, he's unbelievable. Jordan's he's special, and we saw that from the first day he got to the big leagues. But I mean, he came through for us. So
what'd you think of the atmosphere here in the building?
I loved it. I thought that was one of the best by far. They were up on their feet from the first hitter of the game. It was incredible.
Alex,
what is it like getting back with a lot of the guys that people know really well, like yourself and Jose, and then you add kids like Kyle and the young pitchers to the mix, coming together? What does it mean to get there with this group?
It's amazing. It means the world. These guys are such great guys, and so happy for every single one of them. We've worked extremely hard to get to this point, and I mean, it's not just us. We have a lot of people around us that help us as well. Our training staff, our strength and conditioning coaches. everybody that's had a part in helping out, clubhouse guys, everybody. They've worked extremely hard, and I'm proud.
What was it like playing behind Framber and Luis last couple?
Those were 2 back-to-back amazing outings by both of them, and I mean, we needed it, and they stepped up.
Alex, what did it say? In more ways than one for you personally, for this whole team. What were you thinking about when you were up on that stage and the confetti was flying? I mean, I bet you're a ranger.
Honestly, I mean, I saw Jeremiah, our athletic trainer up there, and I was just thinking, like, 2.5 months ago, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be able to be playing right now. So his whole training staff, the strength and conditioning staff, not only here but in Sugar Land and AAA, I was thinking back on just it's been rough 2 years with injuries, and just fortunate to be back healthy, and it's honestly those guys I'm so thankful for.
What does it say about the resiliency and the grit from Garcia and Valdez to perform the way they did after their struggles in the first 2 games?
Just those guys believe in themselves, and they compete, and they're competitors, and that's what you need to win games, and those guys did it.
What was it like watching Jim and Dusty hold that American League Championship trophy?
So special. I'm so pumped up.
You guys were 6 outs from being down 3-1. It seemed like you just flipped the switch. What do you think changed when you just dominated these last 3 games?
I don't know. It's tough to say. They have a really good ball club. It was a really hard-fought series all the way around. But to be honest with you, a lot of people just stepped up, and just super proud of them. Super proud of everybody. I mean, like you said, the series could have gone either way, and just I'm so proud of these guys.
Alex, is this the closest team you've ever been on?
What do you mean?
Just togetherness. Given what you guys have been through. And
I think it's extremely close family type atmosphere, and just honestly, that's what makes it so special. Is being a part of that.
Alex, what would you say about how Kyle Tucker and Jordan Alvarez have come into their own this year?
They're both unbelievable. They're both. One second. Dad. Can't be doing an interview with a beer.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, it's all good.
Stealing your media time?
No, it's all good.
We won't run this. Okay, Alex, how about
Don't run that.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, Alex, how was the third one sort of different? What perspective can you put on getting to
I mean, they're all special every single time. You can't take any of this for granted. It's been amazing to be a part of this team and with these guys, and it's just been such a fun few years, and it's been awesome looking back at it. But I don't really want to think about that right now. I want to think about winning a few more games.
What was the celebration like in the locker room?
It was awesome. Everybody was pumped up. Everybody was like just super excited, and Jordan got a lot of champagne poured on him.
Were you leading the charge on that?
No, I wasn't. I was drinking water.
You mentioned the next step. Are you guys already turning towards what's next?
I don't know. I think we take tomorrow, reset, take a little breather, and then get back to work, get focused, and
Alex, why want to be a baller, and how does it feel when that comes on? When you step to the plate, and then the whole stadium kind of
honestly, I was just thinking of walk-up songs, and my wife was like, "Hey, this is pretty sweet." And then the first day I did it, everyone started singing it, and I was like, "All right, let's keep this thing rolling."
There is no bigger unifier.
Let's keep it rolling.
Any word from Little Troy yet, or yeah?
No, not yet.
All right, you can still see, Gina, several Astros fans still there. This is Michael Brantley talking.
How special is to celebrate this moment with Mariah?
It's unbelievable. This is what it's all about, family.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and call it a night, but we will have a tape of some of these interviews, and we'll be sure to share more of them with you tomorrow, which technically is only 30 minutes away.
I was going to say we are approaching tomorrow.
But what an incredible evening this has been for Houstonians, those of you who are casual baseball fans or diehard Astros fans, from the older to the older who dated Astros players back in the 60s or 70s, whatever that was, to the very young who don't remember remember a time when this team wasn't in the national conversation for one of the best teams in the country. So, Adam, what's ahead for this team?
So, as we talked about, for the third time in 5 years, the Astros are going to the World Series. They will face either the Atlanta Braves or the LA Dodgers. We know for sure the World Series, best of 7 again, starts Tuesday. If Atlanta wins, and they're up 3-2 in the National League Championship Series, that continues tomorrow. Should the Braves win, the Astros have home field advantage. They will host Game 1 of the World Series Tuesday at Minute Maid Park. If the Dodgers come back and win the NLCS, the World Series starts in LA on Tuesday.
And obviously, it'd be better to have the home field advantage, but a lot of Astros fans really want a chance to face the Dodgers again after beating them in 2017 and then getting criticism for the cheating scandal and whether or not that helped us secure the World Series
And
victory.
it would be an eerily similar situation because remember, the Dodgers had home field advantage in that World Series. The Astros had to win it in LA without any trash cans or videos. we remember all that.
Yeah.
But I do think we've heard from Astros fans on the street too. They're kind of torn because the Braves had the Astros number for many of those years in the late 90s, early 2000s. But doing it again against the Dodgers would certainly be a statement. It doesn't matter to Astros fans tonight. You heard Alex
It's
Bregman?
a good problem.
They're
We have got a
gonna
good
reset,
situation.
and we will know as early as tomorrow what is finality. The Astros, for the third time in 5 years, American League champions, headed to the World Series. Enjoy it, H-Town.
We really appreciate you spending this special evening with us, and we look forward to recapping it all for you tomorrow. Again, congratulations to our Houston Astros and yours.